Hey everybody, welcome to Workflow of the Week or WoW updates. What we're talking about now is AI and copyright. So last time we were talking about David Slater, the Supreme Court monkey, and PETA. David Slater was a photographer that was in Indonesia, had his camera taken by a monkey. Monkey took his selfie, and then he started selling it. This is really awesome. And what happened in 2014 was PETA brought it all the way up to the Supreme Court, said it was exploitation. And the Supreme Court said no, it wasn't, because animals don't have the same rights that we do, and they cannot create copyright because it wasn't made by human hand. So let's fast forward all the way to 2023. I know it's a bit of a jump, but in between the two of them, all it was a whole bunch of lawsuits that said no, 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 AI cannot get copyright. And so what we're going to talk about is how one group did get copyright. And this is the first kind of movement towards what is copyright, what is not copyright, what's derivative work, and what's transformative work. So let's go ahead and look at Zahara of the Dawn, and that was in 2023. It's a comic book, and break this down. Sounds a little pedantic. It's part of the story. Comic books have panels. Those are each one of the little squares that you see. There are words inside of the panels, and there are images inside of each of those panels as well. When they went ahead and they turned it in, the Copyright Office specifically said that the images inside of each one of the panels do not get copyright because they're not created by human hand, but instead they were done on text and prompt. The text that was inside of each one of those does get copyright. The order of which each one of those panels are in does get copyright, as well as the entire compendium. So let's go ahead and slide this over a little bit to, say, a movie. So let's take Finding Nemo or something like that. So Finding Nemo, you have the entire movie would get copyright. Nemo wouldn't get copyright. The things that they said and the voices and all the words would get copyright. But if you're looking at that, that means each and every little part and piece doesn't at this point in time. And so that's really important to think about when you're creating things, is that anything that does not have enough human fingerprint does not get copyright. And what we're going to do is we'll talk about tomorrow or maybe the next day some of the more advancements that have been coming out of the Copyright Office and some of the changes. But a lot of it hasn't been tested. So let's talk about what could possibly happen and how those possible things could happen to go ahead and change the way that we do copyright, because copyright and all of those things are very important for the entertainment industry and a lot of other companies, so they can go ahead and express their intellectual property. And at that point in time, that's money. And without money, then people don't have jobs. Big old circle of life. So everybody go to montechlabs.com and sign up for our wonderful accounts. And of course, continue to follow me here if you want to hear more about AI, copyright, and all the other things that we could try to do to go ahead and push the world of copyright in the world of AI.